in return. It's just which one do we do? I mean, I could take Julius Randle and Miles McBride. I mean, Julius Randle to play the 4 is not a terrible idea. I mean, we get Julius Randle for 3 years and we lose Draymond Green. Okay, fine. We get Miles McBride over Jose Alvarado. That's also fine. He's not shooting the best 3-point shot, but at the same time, I'm not really bothered by it. He's also on a 2-year deal. Who's our backup shooting guard at the moment? Reed Shepard. Okay. So yeah, Miles McBride can easily be a backup 1, and we can get Julius Randle over Draymond Green. I think we take that trade. I think that's the move. You want my Dallas pick? No. You know what you can have? A Rockets pick. No. You know what you can have? A 2nd round pick. So we're basically swapping seconds. We're giving you 2 Houston picks. We're swapping 1st round picks, and we're getting Miles McBride and Julius Randle. I'm content with that trade. I'm content. We bring Julius Randle to Houston. So we have Sengun backed by Richards. We have Julius Randle with Tari Eason backing him up, which we will pay Tari Eason when he's ready to get paid. We'll also pay Cam after we accept his team option. We're going to take his team option, so we can potentially move OG over the offseason. We have Reed Shepard as the backup 2, and then we have Miles McBride now as a backup 1. So we took McBride, Randle, and OG all from the Knicks. Sorry. Now, Xavier Booker does have some value, so maybe we can offer him and like Duncan Robinson in a trade or something. We're going to have the team option on you, so we're going to bring you back. I'm going to offer you both with a future 2nd rounder and see what trade I can get for you too. If there's a potential trade where I get someone who helps my team now. Zeke Nnaji could be interesting. He's hitting them 3 balls. I mean, he's very well hitting the 3 ball. That much I can tell you. For a C+3, he's doing a good job. Decent perimeter defense. I'm not opposed to getting Zeke Nnaji. Sure. Duncan Robinson, Alex Caruso, a 2nd round pick. We get Zeke Nnaji. I'm going to have him play the 4. So Zeke Nnaji moves to the 4. And then we can offer Xavier Booker, who we know is not happy with us and doesn't want to stay anyway. We can offer him and, guess we could still offer Nick Richards. Top 3 protected pick. The Hornets aren't getting us a top 3 protected pick, so we can trade that pick. Any trade where we get an additional or a different center, I guess is fine. Isaiah Joe is a walking bucket, but if we're trading Nick Richards, we would need another center. So at this point, it's just trade Xavier Booker and maybe there's a player who has a minimum. Maybe a player signed for a minimum that we can trade for. If we could trade for a player that signed for a minimum who basically would have already didn't have a team, then we can get a better pick. Let me see if anybody did that. No. No, there's not many of those. Okay. Wait, here's how we can actually find out if that's true or not. We'll offer the Knicks pick, and we'll offer... where'd he go? We'll offer Nick Richards. I mean, Kel Ware for $5 million is fine. That's a really good backup point guard. That'd be an amazing backup point guard, but we're still slacking at backup center if that's the case. Mark Williams. Yep, that's 100% a win now move. Go get Mark Williams. 100%. Derek Lively would be cool. Christian Braun would be interesting. Jeremy Sohan at the 4. No, I like Mark Williams. Mark Williams solves all my problems. I'm not giving you that pick. And I don't want your pick. I'm going for a championship. I'm offering a Rockets first round pick. What do you mean you consider yourself a championship contender? Oh, right, you sound Pascal Siakam. Okay, that makes a little more sense. You guys can have your pick back, by the way, Mr. Championship Contenders. Do I give up 3 first for a guy who might just walk in free agency? Man. Yeah, I got McBride as a backup 1. I got Shepard as a backup 2. I got OG as a backup 3. Tari Eason will ideally be the backup 4. So I should just trade him for depth. I'm just going to trade Xavier Booker for depth at this point. That's really all I can do. We'll offer a future Rockets pick, and we'll offer a Knicks second round pick. Jordan Walsh, 6'7". He could be a depth small forward, but then there's Sam Hauser, who really doesn't help the whole depth thing we're doing. Man, the Xavier Booker trades they're not popping. They're not popping at all. What if we offered another contract? Yeah, I guess Nick Richards would probably have to be in this trade. Because we still got Brook Lopez, so it's okay. We could just get like a guard off the bench. I mean, Isaiah Joe's cool and all, but I don't think that really helps that much. Alright, I guess it is what it is. So, now looking at the team, we got Amen Thompson, Donovan Mitchell, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Sengun, Reed Shepard, Cam Whitmore, Miles McBride, Nick Richards, and Brook Lopez. So we're going to run a 10-man rotation. I'm going to put in Zeke Nnaji just for the sake of having a full rotation. That's probably it. I don't see myself trading for any other superstars or anything like that. At least not at the very given moment. At the given moment, just don't have enough talent. Don't have the contracts to try to get anyone else crazy good. I ended up trading for... Wait, what did I end up doing again? I traded for somebody. Hold on. Who did I just trade for? Like 2 seconds ago? Oh, I traded for Julius Randle. Yeah, that was my attempt. We got an all-star. That's cool. We did our thing. And the team's winning games. There's no reason for me to go out and do something stupid. We'll have Tari Eason coming back from injury. The team's playing well. Ultimately, this is the best condition of the team that we're going to see. When these guys can stay healthy. Cam Whitmore has not been healthy. That's the only problem. And you're out for 6 weeks. So, I don't like that. But this just means that Nick Richards and Brook Lopez are actually going to get to play. So, by that means, I guess that's a win. And then Zeke Nnaji, I don't really need him playing that many minutes. So, we'll just lower the rotation. Any extensions? Anybody? Nick Richards refuses to resign. Well, that sucks. Jalen Pickett now just randomly wants to resign. Well, hallelujah, I guess. You ain't never seen Jalen Pickett get a 3-year, whatever the hell, $1 million contract that is. What's that, like a 3-year, 120? So if you have a player who has a team option, you give him a 3-year, 120, right? When does that contract kick in? I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, I mean, Nick Richards is playing relatively well. Clearly, this isn't a good fit. Why do you think this isn't a good fit, my guy? Like, what makes you think this isn't a good fit? Wait, but now that I'm here, now I want to check. Jalen Pickett. So now that I gave you that extension, even though you haven't really done anything to deserve that extension, so the team option just automatically gets accepted, and then the contract kicks in. Okay, so that's how that works. Well, now I have you under contract. I can trade you later. We have Zeke Nnaji, who's on a multi-year deal. Brooke Lopez might just retire, so I'm not too worried about that. Losing Nick Richards for nothing would very much suck. I did consider the idea of trading him for Mark Williams because that was a trade on the table. Mark Williams off the bench would be almost the perfect backup move. But at the same time, I don't entirely know how I feel about that because we're not going to get to keep him. He shoots a little too many threes for my liking. He wants to re-sign with his own team anyway. He doesn't shoot well from the free throw line, but he's a great positive. He's also a really good inside defender. He basically is what we have with Nick Richards. So, do I try it? He's not staying anyway. I may as well consider it. They're going to ask me for that Knicks pick, right? Oh, they don't want the Knicks pick anymore? Oh, yeah, that's my pick. Can't have it. Is there any backup center? Ooh, B-ball Paul. Not a very good perimeter defender, though, but you shoot the three. DePaul. Paul Reed out of DePaul. Very much irony. I liked the idea of Vooch. How do I afford Vooch? I need $16 million? Yeah, I can't afford Vooch. Yeah, I just can't afford Vooch. Alright, what other backup centers could we go get? Kevon Looney, no. Robert Williams. Huh. 0.062% from three. Why do you shoot so many threes? Yeah, that's 100% a no for me. Naz Reid makes 26 mil. We need someone in the ideal range of 5 mil. Whoever makes around 5 mil. Well, Victor's injured. Whoever's making somewhere around the 5 mil. Ooh, Clint Capella took a very cheap contract. What if we brought Clint Capella back to Houston? Now that's an option. We could get Clint Capella back to Houston. Now, when we do the Hawks franchise, we're going to trade Clint Capella. So you know what? I am all for this move. You require 1.7 million more than allowed. Ugh. And then they have to give me someone who makes 3 mil. I would have to take AJ Green. That's not very good, but you know what? He is a Milwaukee Buck, so you know what? I'll happily take him with open arms. Welcome. Can I land a first round pick in that trade then? I'm gonna ask for way more than I think I should get just to see what they say. There is no way you think you're contenders. Fuck off. Hey, since I'm giving you more value, can I maybe get some second round picks? You think Clint Capella is that much better? You're not getting a first out of me. Is it worth me giving up a first round pick for Clint Capella? For a Rockets reunion? I think I'm giving up more in that trade than I'm really getting. I'm willing to offer Bobby Klitman, Nick Richards, and a first round pick. This one. For basically any center who could be. You're an 80 overall, but you're not a center. That doesn't particularly help me. Yeah, this could help me, I guess. Shoot better from 3-point line. Hamidi Diallo. We could get Luke Cornett back. Awesome. Yeah. What is the trade for if I go to the Piston and just simply ask for, just straight up ask for Clint Capella? What do they ask? What do they ask me for? They asked me for Tari Eason. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna work. They asked me for a first round pick. They don't even ask me for Nick Richards, but they do ask me for a first round pick. Um, hmm, hmm. Nah, it's not worth it. I can't afford Valanciunas. Even if I could, I don't think that'd make a lot of sense. What do you guys want for Valley? Nothing. What do you want for Andre Drummond? Oh, essentially the same trade that I've been offering people. Terrific. You know, Andre Drummond's pretty cool. And I got a first round pick. That's basically me trading Xavier Booker for a first round pick. But I can easily get Andre Drummond if I want him. I can give them this big contract I don't want. Wait, yeah, hold on. I can give them this big contract I don't want, and I can give them, and I can actually get the other year of the player. Ooh, that's juicy. You shoot 88% from the free throw line. You don't do that, but you score more, and you get rebounds. 9 rebounds. You also get a steal and a block a game. You're a better You're a better defender. I will take Andre Drummond. I'm sorry, Indiana. I gave you that really terrible contract. All right, I think we're solid. I think the Andre Drummond trade was the last trade worth making that was good. If this team stays healthy, we're 100% a contender because we were just one series away from the finals last year. We also are going to have a top 5 pick probably from that Knicks trade. We actually got a pick that was almost just as good as our own pick. We also got Julius Randle out of the trade. So I have every reason to think that we're contenders. I have every reason to think it. Despite that one game where we only had 72 points against the Magic, apart from that, I'm not going to worry about it. I think we're in a good position. Assuming there was no many other big injuries. You're out day to day, and Sengun's back. Alrighty. Well, since we already made the playoffs, we want our players to be less tired, so we'll run a 13-man rotation for the last 2 weeks. Just play everybody a little bit. That way our stars aren't too tired. We somehow lost to the Mavericks, but we're not going to question that. And we walk away with 53 wins. Awesome. Shea's your MVP. Trey Johnson's your Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey's your sixth man. He went to the Piston for some reason. Chet is your DPOI. And Alexander Starr is your most improved. And Paolo is the clutch player. And 63 and 19 the Pistons went, which is way better than our 53 and 29 season. However, I think we took a big step in the right direction. Well, the Pistons are just built different. They lost LeBron and still got better somehow, record-wise specifically. Let's take a look at the Piston. What are they rocking? So they got Cade Cunningham, Marcus Sasser. They got Josh Giddey as a six-man backing up Jaden Ivey. They have Asar Thompson and Derek Jones. They have Bull backing up Bobby Portis. And they have Mitch Robinson and Clint Capella. Oh, yeah, why didn't I make a move for Mitch Robinson? That would have made some sense, too. Oh, and they also have Zach Edey. Alrighty. Yeah, no, that Pistons team looks like something crazy. But, alright, simulate the first round. We get another matchup against the Warriors. Just running it back against the Warriors again. Fred VanVleet gets his revenge game as Steph is now going to play the 2. Ultimately, yeah, we're the better team. We even have the advantage with Donovan Mitchell over Steph Curry. So, that should be an easy series. We're not going to play a 13-man rotation in the playoffs. So let's see. Asar Thompson, Donovan Mitchell, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Sengun, Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, Tari Eason, Miles McBride, Andre Drummond. Yeah, give a couple minutes to Andre Drummond, actually. But yeah, that's going to be the squad that we run. That's going to conclude this part. And now we're going into the next part, which is the playoffs. All right. So now that we're here for the next part of the playoffs, the lineup we're running is a 10-man rotation. We got Amen Thompson, Donovan Mitchell, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Alperen Sengun, Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, Tari Eason, Miles McBride, and Andre Drummond. Off the bench, we also, in case of injury, have Brooke Lopez, Zeke Nnaji's here. He's on fire. Colin Gillespie, Xavier Booker, who's not too happy at the moment because he's been benched most of the year. And on the reserve, we also have Kaiser Gates. I mean, we have the advantage at every single position, so we should be good. Injuries are on. In fact, the career-ending injury frequency is only at 50, and Luka already got a career-ending injury, which is something I haven't seen in a long time. Simulation difficulties at 50, play difficulties at Superstars, at Hall of Fame. So if we do decide to jump into a game, it would either be the next episode or this one. I guess we'll find out. We're going to simcast the first game. This should be a series we win. Okay. Alright, better. I guess against Steph Curry, you can't really count him out, I guess. Maybe you can. Alright, this time specifically, you can count out Steph Curry. Specifically this time. Alright, now the 7th seeds are scary, because they just beat the Sacramento Kings, who were the 2nd seed. And this Kings team does look better than the original Kings team, I would say. So they got Ron Holland, Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges. A lot of depth on this team, for sure. A lot of depth. Isaiah Collier only played 1 minute and he got an assist. Oh, wait, no, sorry, he played 10 minutes. He only got 1 point, though. I want to say we have the advantage in this series, because overall-wise, we do. Except for at the small forward, we don't. Is that going to make that much of a difference, though? I mean, OG should be able to lock down Larry Markkinen, so I still feel like we should win. But honestly, I've seen so many teams that I make that were quote-unquote better get destroyed, so I really don't know how I feel about this. Also, I didn't realize Tari Eason was injured, so I didn't adjust the lineup, so hopefully that doesn't play too big of a role in this. But it looks like we're going to come out on top, so that's good. Tari Eason got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. They're still playing in 14 minutes despite him being injured. So, how about that? Alright, we haven't lost a game yet in the playoffs. That's a great sign. And I opened my mouth. I should stop doing that. Okay, cool. So now we have to take on Shea. Obviously, that's the biggest challenge we're facing so far. Last year wasn't even that hard in comparison to what we're about to face. So, this generally is a great team, though. Even if this team doesn't win this year, it's all geared up for next year, because next year going into the offseason, we'll have the team option of Amen Thompson, so we'll still have him. We'll still have the contract of Miles McBride, so the point guard position will be safe. We don't have to worry about going broke, because we'll accept your team option. You're our backup point guard. We're set. We have Donovan Mitchell paid off. Reed Shepard's under contract, so that's all set. Ken Whitmore has his team option as well, and we have the contract of OG Anunoby all set. We have Tari Eason, who we're going to give the extension to. We're going to have his bird rights. We also have Zeke Nnaji and Julius Randle. We also paid Sengun and had Drummond under contract. Brooke Lopez might just retire. But the team is all set to run it back if anything doesn't go right this year. And then next year we can consider the idea of maybe trading Anunoby or trading whatever contracts it takes to go get that one last guy, because we also have a crap ton of good picks as well. So we just got to find a way to beat this team. Chet won DPOY, so Chet has the advantage at center. J-Dubs does have the advantage at 3. Lou Dort is the defensive-minded 3 that kind of is like OG, but OG's a better defender. Shea's better than Donovan Mitchell. We both know that. The only real advantage we have is at point guard. And Donovan Mitchell isn't going to stop Shea, so... The smart lineup idea might be to move Donovan Mitchell to the 1, let him dominate at the guard, let Amen Thompson run the 2 against Shea, because he's taller and a better defender. Does Amen Thompson have good defensive badges? Not particularly. Unironically, though, he is an A-plus defender. Because I don't think we should trust Donovan Mitchell playing defense at the 2. So we'll put Donovan Mitchell to the 1. Men Thompson could play the 2. Yeah, Men Thompson could play the 2. Because we can have him defending Shea. That's the reason why I'm putting Donovan Mitchell at the 1. So that way Men Thompson defends Shea. I mean, OG ideally is our best defender, but I don't know if I can make him the 2